All right. Welcome to my kind of convo. As you know, I'm one of your hosts, Criss.
And I'm Kim.
And I'm Crisscross.
There we go. And we thank all our listeners for tuning in for another wonderful day of topics and recommendations. So to start, I have a topic.
Let's go.
Okay. So my mom sent something and I heard it and I was like, all right, I need to talk to the girls about this because this is something that was like in any relationship. And usually I feel like in the beginning, but now this is like, and I think Crisscross, you're probably going to be able to add more into this because you're married compared to me and Kim. So there's this husband and wife and they split everything. So, like bills, I'll pay for Netflix, you'll pay for the electric bill. They split everything. Mm-hmm. Well, Mamacita got pregnant, right?
Good for her.
And they planned on
we plan in
splitting the hospital bill for the pregnancy.
But we split in... Continue. Go ahead.
Yes. So they plan to split the hospital bill. Now, here's the issue that arises. She didn't realize she'd be in labor for 24 hours. Oh. And the plan was to go as long as possible without an epidural. Because we know that's going to be a cost. Well, after 24 hours, she couldn't take it anymore. And she asked for an epidural. They gave it to her. And then, of course, with she had the baby and, everything went well. She stayed at the hospital, ended up staying there longer than expected, whatever the case might be. They got the hospital bill. It was like $8,000 some dollars.
That's good, honestly, compared to other things I've seen.
Yeah, I think it depends on where they were or where they, what state. It wasn't mentioned, but it was higher than what they wanted. So the husband said, well, because you got the epidural and because of all this extraness, you have to pay the bill in full.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He said, and
it was the evil laugh for me.
He said, if you had just waited a little bit more.
If you had a baby ripping out of you. If you had a baby coming out of you, ripping through little holes the size of a pin, come talk to me.
Homegirl didn't make that baby by herself.
Right. So the whole thing was, you should have been able to hold out longer, and we wouldn't have the bill wouldn't have been up. You shouldn't have asked for all of these extra little things.
Little things?
Yeah.
I want a divorce.
So because of the epidural and the extremeness of the pregnancy, she ended up staying longer. I think they wanted to be in and out. Like this was like a drive-through.
Like this was a 20, like
right.
She was already in labor for 24 hours.
Right. They thought that this would be a drive-through. She'd be in and out. But that's not what God had in plan.
This is McDonald's,
that is not what the universe...
It was only 15 minutes, you were supposed to be in and out.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Just push.
That's not what the universe had planned for them. So it came to while listening to this, I'm just going, where does the cutoff come? Mm-hmm. So I know you guys are going to address the whole thing. So I had but what my main question is, not only about her making feel bad, but paying separately for stuff in a relationship. Is that a yes or a no? So I know you're going to address the whole situation first because I feel it. And then I just want to go into the second part, which is especially in a marriage. Mm-hmm. It's one thing when we're first dating and stuff, mm-hmm. but in a marriage, should we continue to pay separately? Mm-hmm. Because the whole point was, I'll pay half of the bill, you pay the other half. And then unexpected, quote unquote, mm-hmm. Things came up and now the bill went higher. And for him, he felt, well, that's all on you, boo. So we'll talk about that whole situation. But was, in a relationship, do you continue paying separately? Or a long-term relationship, because I know a lot of people don't want to get married, but they do want a long-term partner. So I guess in a sense, long-term partners as well as anyone who's married, do you continue that in all the way into your relationship until whatever? So let me hear what you ladies have to say first.
I'm gonna let you take that.
Yo, this is the thing about podcasts. You can't see people's faces.
I know.
The way I turned my body to look at her in her cornea.
So I'm gonna let y'all talk, because I want to hear what you have to say about this.
So I'm gonna address the money portion first, before I get to the hospital bill.
Okay.
So through my experiences in relationships and to now being married, I have, for the most part, always paid separately.
Okay.
Not everything, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if we went to dinner or, movies or, stuff like that. Like, one or the other, whatever, But I do believe it's okay for a long-term relationship to pay things separately. And I think that for me, in my situations, I know nobody has me like me, and I'm not saying I'm not saying it in a bad aspect, but I've been in situations where things turned out real bad, real quick. And I, just like everybody else, I work really hard for my stuff.
Right.
And I'm not trying to give a negative aspect into it, because everybody's relationship is different.
Right.
But I think my take on splitting bills or, splitting regular house bills.
Right.
Especially depending on the predicament that you're in. If you flip-flop a month or whatever, you pay all the subscriptions, I pay all the house bills, then whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because then essentially you're helping each other build your own bank accounts.
I get it.
But for a hospital bill where I'm carrying your child, all right, for 9 months, all right, and his big old head don't want to come out, all right, so
for 24 hours you was in that labor.
24 hours.
24 hours.
He was in the belly.
Yeah.
Okay, twisting,
he
turning.
was in the canal, just laid up. Just laid up. Like, mommy, this is where I stay.
Right. Yes, and then you have the audacity to come out and say, you couldn't hold on longer? How dare you? You couldn't pull out fast enough. How about that one? How about that one?
You literally said what I said when I heard it.
Because how disrespectful.
It's the disrespect for me.
You carried him for a second, all right?
Your 3 minutes of pumping happiness resulted in my 9 months of 24 hours.
Yeah, the back rub.
Yeah. And I guess, I guess they went in with a plan, and the plan clearly didn't go the way they wanted, because, children...
Which usually happens in most birthing stories.
Right, majority of them. So, but for him to think that, well, this is the plan we had, and... you ain't stick to your end of it.
Because you as a female couldn't last out the pain. You couldn't even take a period pain for a month, my dude. Chill out.
Let me talk to my coochie and be like, right now.
Oh my gosh.
And my thing is 24 hours of labor, and she didn't even do C-section.
Yeah, no.
That was not an option. It probably was an option, but she probably was like, no, I'm doing this vaginally.
Right, because again, I think she was thinking cost. She was thinking,
right.
If I get a C-section, we're already splitting this bill. If I get a C-section, then I'm going to have to pay that, or we're going to have to split that or whatever. So we're going to keep costs low.
Why am I thinking about cost when I'm having a child?
Right. And two is
we paying this together. However we pay it, I'm sorry, this is my aspect of it. However we're paying this bill, we are paying this bill. If you pay $3,000 and I pay $2,000 or whatever it may be, we're just gonna pay the bill, because for me, we are together in this. There's no always 50-50, and maybe 60-40, and maybe 20-30, but you and me are in this 100% of the time together. So for you to say we splitting this 50-50 and then you gonna just pay the bill, so I might as well pay all my bills anyway.
Right.
What is the point of you?
Because you're not getting half of a baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I just want the top half. I'm going to just feed him.
You get the top half, I get the bottom.
Right. No, we're going to split him down the middle.
Right. Oh, good Lord. After giving all that birth.
All that birth, and we going to split him down the middle?
Like, I'm curious now. Was that their first child?
Yeah, it was their first, because it was definitely their first child. And she wanted to know, and I think it was kind of, am I the asshole question? But it wasn't posed that way, because she thought, like, what are you talking about?
Like am I wrong?
Because of course she was rightfully upset that he was saying that you have to pay the full bill now. She's just like, are you kidding me? I was in extreme pain. I needed it.
Back in.
Right. Yo, push it back. Put it back in.
Ain't no bill.
So it was look, everything you said, plus I was straight up like, okay, you know what, if I pay this bill, you become straight up baby daddy. You don't even become husband anymore.
100%.
Because I'm passing you the divorce papers
100%
with child support,
because I'm glad,
and I'm using the child support to pay the bill.
Right.
I'm walking right to the court.
Because I'm so glad you carried the child halfway through my pregnancy.
Yeah, correct.
Like a seahorse. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You have no idea how much I respect seahorses, because women give it to the men and they got a birth.
She carries it. I think it's like 3 weeks, and then she like, here you go.
Yeah,
have fun with this.
A man could never.
In a room full of women,
right?
Who knows? My boyfriend gets sick. He dying,
crying like a baby.
Okay, so my man, a headache. He's down for the count.
Okay, they couldn't even manage their periods. Like, and that's just cramps.
That's just cramps.
Yeah,
cramps. And imagine on our worst days, we might as well gave birth.
Feels like it. So that was that. But then it's definitely for me, it's do you continue paying separately? I think just in my own relationship, if we go out, it's one thing. I'll pay, or I'll pay half, or we'll, whatever the case might be, I'll pay for it this time, you pay for it next time. We haven't had that opportunity of like blending bills and stuff, so we're not there yet.
But when you're in a household, those bills blend very. And I don't have that opportunity either, but I can see the way it's gonna just the electric bill. We just gonna pay it. You know, it's it's not thinking of, oh, I'm gonna pay it, you gonna pay it next month. No, it's just we just gonna pay the bill.
Right.
There's no. I've seen it from our parents' point of view. It's like, I got the money in the account, I'm paying the bill. Right. Kind of thing. It's not thinking of, you gonna pay $50 this month. I'm gonna pay $50 in 2 weeks, and that'll cover the whole bill. It just kind of, when I'm trying to take care of a whole household, especially if you think about it like groceries too. Whoever got the money in the bank account pulling the card out.
That I agree with. Right. That I agree with.
Right.
And I think getting a house together, like, and both our names are on it. Absolutely. We're splitting the mortgage.
Yeah. So like, I'm just like, does that continue as we are? You know what I'm saying? Does that continue as the relationship is going? Right. So for example, like, you know how like you're saying we're splitting the mortgage, right? Yeah. I think in their relationship, it wasn't more of we're splitting the mortgage. I think it's more that their relationship started off as, you have these bills, I have these bills, and this is how we're living.
Well, if we both got Netflix accounts, we got to blend, right?
Right.
We eventually have, Timmy not going to have his Netflix account and Susie going to have hers, but we living in the same house.
Right.
All right, Netflix got households now, all right? You just going to get that one Netflix account and you're going to blend the two profiles.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna blend the two. You're gonna blend the payments.
Correct.
At some point,
and there's gonna be a point where it's not even gonna be, oh, this was my bill, this is your bill. It's gonna be, this is our bills.
Yes, our bills
These
for the
are
month. This is what we're looking for.
This is what we're trying to do together.
Right.
And I think that's honestly where they had a problem too, because it was, yes, in the beginning, I believe
Were
that
they married?
Yes.
They're married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
their husband
It
and
was
wife.
50-50, but at one point it's like, this is not just my car, it's our car. It's not just my bills, it's our bills. It's not just my house, it's our house.
Right.
So I think you have to, there has to be a give. And this bill isn't just my bill. It's our bill for our child.
Right.
Even if you got to go on a payment plan, and there ain't nothing against a payment plan, all right?
Right.
Because I know for a fact there's nothing against a payment plan.
Right.
You just, it's our bills and we figure it out.
I have one question for this. If y'all knew y'all was gonna pay out of pocket for this, you should have just paid insurance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because,
Anything could happen.
right.
Honestly, anything could happen. Like, what if, like, again, they went in with a plan, but what if the baby got stuck or was turned around or whatever the case may be?
What if
and
it was
turned
preemie? What if...
Right, and it turned out that, hey, you know what? We have to have a C-section other than vaginal. Or, hey, there's something going on in your blood pressure. We got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Any amount of circumstances could have happened. So you're accounting for the best case, but you're not accounting for the worst case.
Right. And then you have to think about the doctor's appointments after, because the baby has to get checked up.
Their shots,
Yep.
their everything. Well, if you don't do shots, that's on you. But things like that. That
So
all
moving
takes
forward,
into account.
it makes you think, like, are you going to?
Are you just not going to buy diapers this week because it's not your week to buy diapers?
Right, because I'm gonna fight you.
Because you only got the head.
Are you paying for this appointment, and then I'm paying for the next appointment? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it don't make sense because you both made a child together.
Right.
So I don't understand where the half C's is gonna come in. Where you're sticking to paying this and I'm sticking to paying that. You know, I think that was the dynamic that was really coming up, because it was like, how long do you plan to pay separately for stuff? How long do you plan to keep doing this straight into the child's adulthood? Like, I feel
I'm
like
only going to pay half of their college tuition and you got the rest.
Right. Oh.
Bruh.
I got when this $8,000 bill happened in the hospital, I opened up a college fund so I don't have to pay my half of the college.
Jesus. Yeah.
I see that as the excuse.
Yeah. I would toss the man away.
Sorry.
Could you imagine that battle in court, why they want a divorce?
Oh no.
I got blamed for an $8,000 bill because I had the baby a little too late.
And I couldn't wait longer, a couple more hours.
Because I wasn't strong enough.
I want to see it on court TV. I want to see it on court TV.
Right.
I need to see it on court TV.
Well, the jury has to be all women.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Hands down, he would have already lost. Just looking at the jury, his lawyer would have been like, I quit.
Yep.
You gonna have to do it yourself.
Right.
Well,
oh my gosh,
that was my topic, because you guys I was just perturbed by the whole situation. But I guess, and then also I just wanted the splitting of everything right into, like, it's one thing in the beginning, but like to go long term into a relationship, knowing that this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with, but we're going to continue splitting everything just down. So even if we got a car together, it would be like, are you just paying for it? Am I just paying for it? Are we gonna split this? Like,
right.
Like, I think that was the situation.
It's one thing to argue over the bill. Like, we do this all the time when we go out to eat. Like, nah, I got it. No, I got it. And then somebody sneaks off and pays for the bill. It's another thing to be like, you got this, right?
Right.
It's like that other scenario when it's, I heard this earlier. I don't remember where it was. I think we were talking about it this weekend. And it was a situation where a girl asked a guy out. No big deal. They went out on a first date, and he instantly, once the check came, just passed it to her.
Oh, yes.
Just passed her the bill. Even though, so it's like, who should be paying the bill?
So the scenario is the girl has a crush on him and asked him out. So they go out, and because they went out and he got the check came, he gave her the check. So the scenario is, because she asked him out, is it right for her to pay? Or as the man, should he have paid because they are on a date? So that was the scenario.
I say they should, because it's a first date, they should have just gone Dutch, and they should have had a conversation about this prior to. But for you to be rude enough to pick up the check and then hand it to me in my face, you don't do that. You don't do that. All right, Crisscross, I see you thinking. I see you thinking hard.
So, man, details are key, because all right, she had a crush on him. So, because I'm gay, so like in that, I guess if I ask someone out, I'm expecting to pay for, you know what I'm saying, and I don't expect the other person to throw anything in. You know,
got you.
But I feel like he should have at least offered, or even said, "Hey, since you're paying, I got the tip."
Right.
Or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or, you know, invited her to go do something else, like get ice cream or something.
Right.
Like, just
I'll pay for dessert.
Right.
You got this, I'll pay for dessert. But for you to honestly take the bill from the waiter and just pass it to me in your rude stank ass, I'm sorry. That's a negative.
Right. Because if you ask me out, now you expecting booty.
Correct.
And you know what you're not getting?
Booty. I think the whole scenario is wrapped around the fact that it's a first date, because I mean it's her crush, so clearly they haven't gone out today before. But I agree. I think I'm with Kim too. I think it should have been discussed before.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like, at least even if you met up to go like, hey, are we splitting? Are we going Dutch? You know, how is this gonna work out? Just so that everyone's on the same page.
Right.
You know? But I also understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
If a guy asked me out and they're, you know, I wouldn't think right away he's paying, but even if I did think, oh, he's got the bill, I'm a fighter. I will.
Right.
I'm trying to put my credit card down.
Right. I already gave my card to the hostess.
Right.
15 minutes ago.
You know why? Because you're not leaving me with a bill if I order too much.
Exactly.
100%.
Because I'm fat. All right.
And I've already spoken to them and told them, well, I'm gonna pay my half.
Right, like separate check or
Separate
whatever
check.
the case might be. I did that like on our first date with my partner when we went to. He surprised me to a Cuban spot, and
For your first date?
For our first date.
Aww.
So right after the park, we went to our we went to the Cuban spot, and it was so nice. It was so cute. We were outside, and of course we ate. We had a good time. And we did split the food. So, of course, when the check came, I'm thinking, I'm putting in my share. And he was all like, no. And I was like, yes. And he was like, no. You know, so, you know, this is our first date. And I'm already like, I was like, can I at least put a tip in? And he's just like, no. Should they take me?
Right. So now you're thinking, what do I have to give?
Right.
What do I have to give?
But no, I gave. He let me put something down. But his whole thing was no. This is my thing. I'm doing it. You know. But it was I didn't just allow him to assume that he was just gonna pay, regardless. Even if, you know, we both agreed to this date. It wasn't going to be fair in my book to say, yeah, well, you're the guy, go ahead.
Right.
You know, you're the more dominant one, go ahead. No, it wasn't going to be like that. I was, hold on, I got money too.
Right.
I could throw it down too.
Right.
So I get it in that situation, but you know, that's not going to be forever.
No, I agree with that.
That's the thing.
But if I bought my car, I'm going to pay my car myself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If my house is in my name, and I'm paying a mortgage, I don't really expect you to pick up my mortgage or a portion of my mortgage unless you intend on living in my crib forever.
Correct.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If you've been here, like, it's one thing or another to, like, I'm spending the night, you know, or spend the weekend. It's another thing when you've been here for 6 months, my dude.
Right.
Your toothbrush and your clothes live here. You might as well cut your losses over there,
Right.
and be here,
Right.
And that's a
drove
serious
by your
conversation.
Apartment. You don't have curtains anymore.
It looked like somebody else in your room.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I agree with that because if you had a place before the relationship, then rightfully you're all like, well, I'm not expecting you to pay.
Right.
But over time, if you moved in, well, guess what? Bills are now going to get,
Honey, I've seen
we're
you
going to discuss
consecutively
this
for 3 weeks.
Right. Now it's like, oh, you're living here. Okay, well,
you buying groceries.
bills and groceries, they start to pile up and go up. So now we are talking about, well, okay, what is it looking like?
Right,
what
because
is
now
this?
you see my morning ugly face.
You have seen it.
You've seen it all at this point.
You see me in my bonnet and my doobie. Don't play with me.
Right, and my muumuu.
And my muumuu.
Because every day I be wearing my muumuu.
The one with the hole in the pocket.
Right. That's my good muumuu too.
You're not getting rid of that one. The Pampers on the bad days and the good panties on the good days.
Right.
Don't play with me. All right? You done
At
seen
this
me
point,
from real pretty to
Right.
real ugly. So, and you have accepted this and you are still around.
Right.
You went to sleep and woke up happy.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Because you sure didn't care when you fell asleep and farted right on my back.
Right? And then try to suffocate me.
Right,
Don't play.
Right.
Almost took me out. Almost saw Jesus last night.
Right. Yeah. And we going to talk about it in the morning.
Like, let me explain this.
You
Ever send me to see the Lord, Holy Father, in my sleep? I'ma send you right there with me.
I'm going to send you right back.
I'ma send you first.
At least turn around if you go fart like that.
Right? Don't you ever let me glimpse heaven like that again.
At least have some concern.
Let me tell y'all, a couple of weeks ago, I passed out sleeping. And
She didn't even get the story out.
my wife, okay, I'm a semi-light sleeper, so I feel when anybody moves.
Yeah.
Okay. So I felt her move, but I didn't pay no mind. I'm still in my sleep. And all I hear is... and in my sleep, I say, "You are disrespectful."
She didn't even call safety. She was like, she's asleep.
Oh my God, I'm lighting
Oh my gosh. She almost sent you to the other side. To let her know about herself.
Because you was asleep. She would have known you was dead.
And you know that middle of the night when you gotta run to the bathroom and pee? I didn't make it.
Damn.
Because it's always the what are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Because you stink.
I'm done. But yeah, it's like if you've been with me through all of that, you could definitely
pay a bill.
You could pay a bill.
Right.
You could pay a bill. You could say that my car is your car, and that we got this bill coming up.
Exactly.
I gotta sit here and smell your funk.
Right.
And you ain't take a shower in 3 weeks?
Right.
Nah.
Right. You're paying a bill.
You paying a bill.
Paying some
Right.
bill.
And you like, baby, smell this.
No. No, jeez Louise.
Smell this.
done.
You think it clean? You think it clean? Did
Yo.
you wash? Did you do the laundry? Did you do the...
It's that for me. It's that for me. You think this smells alright? Or is the last? Wait, did you
wash
it?
Right.
Like you ain't know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You picked that up off the floor, right?
Right.
You don't smell the towel?
If it was on the floor,
It's no good.
It's not
It's
clean.
no good.
Yeah.
Was it hanging up? Nah. Then
Okay, then it's not
why
clean.
are you asking me to smell your funk?
Right. You're like,
What?
Or
because
when-
you know what it is? It's oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, guys. This has derailed. But let me explain. And this is about, I don't know if you deal with this, but it's the wearing your underwear 4 times. Ooh. So you could wear it frontwards, backwards, then you turn it inside out, and that's another 2 times.
I've heard these.
I've heard somebody, for the love of God.
I've heard this.
I need a listener to bring in on this.
I've heard this.
You can wear your underwear at least 4 times.
Male variety that this happens.
I was told this, and I was like, in what world is this happening?
Yes.
And I was told that it is. I said, not in my world. I wear my panties 1 time.
Right.
One way.
Right.
The disrespect on your face.
Right, because
I was shooketh. I was shook. I was like, excuse me.
Yeah,
you better not be wearing 2, 3 day, 4 day underwear around.
And then telling me, don't worry, baby, just boom. I'm gonna just slip it inside out. We going out to dinner.
The cops. Because you're rude. You didn't consider my feelings.
I was surprised, but apparently this is a thing. It's not just
for the male persuasion.
No, I don't want to even just say male, because then we have some people who wear male. It's like boxers. It's like the boxers. So if you wear boxers,
we need an answer.
I need a response.
I need a response.
To these.
I need a response from
this.
This
is what I heard, and
She would never. She would never, because oh my God.
Apparently, it's a thing. It is a thing. So I need people to respond.
And people don't get like UTIs and stuff because like I know.
The fuck?
Well, I think I'm just gonna say, because it's not of the cis women or right. persuasion that they're able to get away with this, but I don't know. I'm saying it's a boxer situation.
This is my thing. Just off this rail that we went. Do you take a shower and then just put it right back on?
I don't. You know what?
Right.
I wasn't informed of that far. I was just shook to find out that you could wear your underwear more than one way.
Are you guys like going to booty calls and stuff like that? Because if so, that's not correct.
Yeah. I pray to God.
Look, I know there are certain people of the male persuasion that listens to this. Please
just let us know. Please
we
respond.
have Instagram, we have Facebook.
Yeah,
please comment on this.
I need feedback on this one.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Because just know,
or anyone who wears boxers, who think that they do wear it more than one way,
right.
or I need to know.
I need to know what made you get to that. I need to know. Do you only have like 7 underwear?
Right.
Is that your favorite?
You guys remember when there was...
Is it the holy one that you know is the lucky one, but you're going to just keep wearing it because you got a good streak going? I don't want to know about your crusty, musty streak.
You guys remember Guy Code?
Yes.
I just want to know, is this a Guy Code situation?
I'm about to look back in those episodes and see if there's one of them.
That's all I need to know. And then why? Why is this a thing?
My goodness. Oh my goodness. Anyone, if you do this, let me hear your story. Also, I'm here for you.
If you have any opinions about what we just spoke about concerning splitting bills in a relationship and this whole dynamic with this husband and wife, definitely leave a comment. We definitely want to hear what your thoughts are and what you think about it. So that was my topics, and we will move it on.
Moving it on to my corner here. And I have a beautiful, because I was on Reddit recently and I saw an amazing Am I the Asshole?
Ooh.
So this goes out to all the people out there. This is not safe for work. Again, disclaimer, not safe for work. It even has a nice little on there that says not safe for work. So the question is, am I the asshole for withdrawing wife privileges from my boyfriend until he proposes to me?
Nope.
Here is it is pretty long.
Okay.
So bear with me, please. Me, 29 female, boyfriend, 31 male, have been together for 7 years now. I have voiced that I wanted to be engaged before the 4-year mark. He agreed at the time.
Okay.
When we were 1.5 years from reaching our 4-year anniversary, I revisited the topic of marriage and told him I was expecting to get married.
He was finishing up his master's program at the time, said he wanted to get out of student debt again and his finances in order. I bit my tongue and understood that we are partners and I can try to meet him halfway. He earns good money, and we already moved in together 2 years into our relationship and did long distance when he was in his master's program. My job is remote, so I moved into his hometown 3 hours away from me. I have been seeing all my friends and cousins get married, and it's hard to feel happy on such a joyous occasion when your ring finger feels so empty and everyone starts asking you. Lately, my partner has been thriving in work and enjoying his new life, and it's almost as if he forgot about our personal goals. When I initiated a discussion again, I could sense he was dragging his feet. He didn't have enough money for a ring or savings for a wedding when he would very well buy the motorbike he always wanted since he was a kid. He said our life is good as is. Why do we need a stamp of validation from the world? You are on our one health insurance, so what's the point? All of this just left me heartbroken. Why don't I deserve to be his wife after being his girlfriend for so long? Does he not love me enough to make a romantic gesture for me, choosing me over his useless bike? I talked to my sister who got engaged 2 years into her relationship, and her approach was simple yet effective. She told me to withdraw all wife privileges from him until I get that title, that he has to earn me, not cleaning and cooking for him, moving out, not paying for his expenses, sometimes stuff like that. My boyfriend got mad because I didn't renew our lease with him and told me that that's a very poor way of handling things, and we need this consistent in our lives to preserve that intimacy, telling me that the kind of president I am settling for in our eventual marriage. I have been a wife for you without the title. I gave myself completely to you, only to expect you to do the one thing for me. I waited long enough. I didn't really believe in ultimatums, so I'm not going to force your hand. I am simply acting as your girlfriend now. And if you really want our relationship to go back to what it was, you better give me an upgrade. Am I the asshole?
No. I mean, I have to put it this way. You're living with him. Mm-hmm. He has you on his medical, clearly. Right. That means you guys are moving somewhere. You're splitting the bills. You're living together. You're enjoying each other's time. You clearly were cooking and cleaning. He was working. He was providing. Mm-hmm. No, and it was something that was spoke about before. This wasn't... You wouldn't have gotten into or continued a relationship with him if you didn't know that there was going to be this goal towards what we're moving towards, you know?
Right.
And he understood that from the beginning. Mm-hmm. Clearly, in the letter, it was stated. So now that he's doing so well, it's like, well, he's making enough money to live up this life. And you're like, it's cool and all, but all I'm asking for is the marriage.
All I'm asking is to be your
for
wife.
this commitment. Mm-hmm. Now I just want it to be a committed relationship.
Right.
And you're saying we're cool with what we have right now. Bruh, if this is what you wanted, you should have said that from the beginning.
Right.
And you didn't need me. If you wanted someone just to float around, eye candy, someone to just have on your wrist for certain places and adventures and stuff, clearly I'm not the one, because I'm committed.
Yep.
I want a relationship where I know at the end it's you and me, and where this is finalized, and it doesn't have to be for the world. I'm not doing it for the world. I'm doing it for you and me.
Right.
And I hate when people are like, what society says, and it's not about society. It's me committing myself to you, mm-hmm. and you committing yourself to me, that we're in this together. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't want that, you should have said so.
Yep.
And let me go. just let me go
Absolutely.
so I can find somebody who's willing to do it, because it is hard. And we have a friend like this where you're watching everyone, you know, move forward in their relationships, and they've been in relationships shorter than you.
Right.
And they're like, all I'm asking for, I'm not asking much for my partner. I'm just asking for commitment.
Right.
I'm just asking for this one part. I will bend over backwards for them. I will do anything else. But all I'm asking in return is this. And they just won't give it to me.
I get that.
I don't
get
think
that.
she's being an asshole. And I agree. Pull back. Yeah, pull back your all that you're doing, like your quote unquote wifely duties. He's coming home, you're cooking and you're cleaning and you're doing all the work and all of this, then, you know, girlfriends don't gotta do that. I'm a girlfriend, you know. We have our own place. My boyfriend got his own place, but I do it out of love. If I plan to wash his clothes, if I plan to get him food,
Right.
Yeah, but you know, that don't have to be all the time either. You know, I don't have a ring on it. It doesn't
Right.
tell me that I have to quote unquote do all of that. But if I want my relationship to move on, I'll do certain things, if you know, for you. But
Right.
it's not warranted. It's not a
Right.
must. It's not a have to. You know, we're not at that point. You know,
Yeah.
so. But I don't think she's being an asshole, especially if it was something they spoke about before.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know, when you know what you want, you strive for it. And I think that growing in a relationship, I think that everybody grows constantly. So even growing in a relationship, and he decided in his own mind, that's not the road I want to go down anymore. He enjoys his life the way that it is.
Let her go.
Right. And state that, though. You know, like, some people don't understand that when you truly love somebody, you can love them from a distance because you know how you grew and they grew apart. And sometimes that best love is watching them go be with somebody that wants the same thing they want.
Yes.
And, you know, a lot of people don't learn that. And, you know, they stick to what they're used to, or they wait until it gets bad, or they begin to resent. And, you know, it's shitty.
Yeah.
It's shitty because that's how pure-hearted people become very cruel in this world.
Yeah.
Right.
And, you know, we already have enough resentment and hate circulating everywhere. And, you know, if you love somebody that much and you know you're not going to provide that for them, let them go.
Let them go.
Let them go.
Yeah.
Like,
And you gotta think she actually brought it up multiple times.
right.
She let it be known. And then she wrote in an edit, to all the dense folks asking me why don't I just propose. Here's something I have to say. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Some people like things to be traditional, and he and I are certainly that. There's nothing wrong with wanting that. In our culture in 2023, a hetero relationship, a woman making comments about being ready to marry, wanting to get engaged, is her proposal. Then it's up to the man to either accept by proposing formally or decline by not proposing. And at that stage, the woman proposing is embarrassing herself by doing it, to be honest. And she's right. Even if she's pretty much proposed to this man twice, if she now takes a whole dinner, we are 7 years in,
Yeah.
gets all our friends and family, and we sit there and I propose, he's gonna say yes, and then he's gonna have this whole conversation about how could you embarrass me in front of everybody. And then they're gonna break up, and 3 months later he's gonna marry the next girl.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, and this was a topic that we spoke about, where tradition and proposing, some people are still very traditional and want that, that, you know, he proposes and not her. They're still in that, you know, even in 2023, and also it's cultural in some places where it's expected that the male in a heterosexual relationship, the male proposes to the woman, and but there are the instances where we have the woman proposing to the guy because she's ready, and she's at that point in her life where she's like, this is what I want, and I get it, but she, like you said, she already did it in a way that it may not have been the question, but it was questions about it.
Correct.
That was more than enough to say she was ready. And it's even stated that he said, why do we need society or paper to tell us we are good where we are? So he's clearly knows she's ready.
He clearly knows. He's like, well, you already on the health insurance.
Right.
We already got the place. You already moved in.
Right.
I got my bike and my degree. We good, boo. I'm making good money.
Right. No. Dub. No. So he's very well aware. So it's not about who proposes. It's about, we've talked about this. The time is coming. We're getting closer to 4 years. And I told you where I wanted to be in 4 years.
Correct.
You knew this when we started dating and getting together. So why aren't we here at this point, or at least heading in that direction?
Right.
That's the point. So I don't think the people's questions are irrelevant for the proposal part. I just don't think that was the point of the whole story.
Correct.
Yeah. I don't think she's an asshole.
I don't think so either.
I do think that, I don't want her to lose out on any more time if he's not ready.
Right.
And like you said, Crisscross, if he may need to lose her to realize what it is and realize that she's the one.
Right. Right.
Maybe they need to take we spoke about this before, maybe a break, or then maybe they need to break up for some time.
Right.
To really know what it's like not to have the other person.
Timing's important too, because I've heard so many different stories, and I'm in the medical field, and I deal with patients that range from early 70s to like 107, no cap. And I actually had such an adorable conversation with this couple, and they were both, he was 98 and she was 97. And when I tell you, so stinking cute, okay, they have house phones all over the house so they could pick the phone up together.
Wow.
They are so cute.
And he goes, can I talk now? And she goes, yeah, you can talk, honey. And I'm like, if I don't have that,
girl, we don't have landlines no more. But okay.
Yeah. Like, and if she picks up the phone, like I've called her before, to check on them, and she's like, oh, honey, I have to call you back at 3. I'm getting ready to make his lunch. And I'm like,
stop. Insanity. That is too cute. I can't even.
Love. That is like that
that's
deep love. That's that deep, like, I look at you today, I look at you yesterday, I looked at you 17 years ago. I still love you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Like,
I love that for people. I love that for people.
Yeah, like
but it's the commitment.
Right. Besides commitment, yes, for a long-term relationship, absolutely. It's time affects everything. Yeah. Time isn't real, first of all, conspiracy fans.
I'm so done.
But, I guess in the element of love, I don't believe that everyone's gonna find their one when you're 16 in high school and you see that hot person with a leather jacket and tattoos. But I do believe that time is important, because you can be fresh out of college. Yeah. You can be 52 walking in the grocery store and you meet the one. Yeah. And all you see is them picking up a lettuce. And he caught your eye. Right. Or she caught your eye. Right. And that's going to be the way y'all met. That's going to be your story.
That's it. Yeah.
And I bet y'all will share that lettuce.
Every time you go to that supermarket, you be like, I saw you right there picking up that head of lettuce. Right. I couldn't let you go.
Right.
I had to stand behind you in the line and be a stalker.
I wore my best suspenders them days.
Yeah. 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 No, I get that. I get that.
And
Time is
some
money.
relationships work like that. You know what I'm saying? They break up for, some people break up for 5 years.
15, 20 years.
Yeah. And then one day, just boom, walk into each other and, oh, you look great. You look great too. Want to go have a coffee? Next thing you know, boom.
Back together. Yeah.
Together and married and the happiest y'all have ever been.
Yeah.
And some people it doesn't work.
It's true.
And,
Sometimes you need that time.
You need that time to live your own life
And be
and to
independent.
come. And sometimes and I say this a lot. If they are meant to be in my life, they will be there.
Yeah.
If they are not, take them out.
Yeah.
They'll just go. And you know what? You gotta wish all of them, the best in their lives, and that's just
Right.
about it.
And it gives them time to grow, gives you time to grow, and
Right.
seek out what you want,
Yeah.
and what you need, and what you needed out of that relationship, and then what you didn't provide. And it's a lot of revelations, it's a
Correct.
lot of things, and be careful, because in that space, that other person could find another person.
That's right.
Right.
Don't be upset by it.
Don't be mad.
Right.
Don't be mad.
Because it's not, you never know. Some people meet the love of their life in a split second. It takes them decades.
True.
Correct.
And there's a timing for everything.
You're right. You're right. So,
But I wish her the best, and I hope he sees that with this pulling back,
yeah.
that she's not just pulling back for herself, but she's pulling back for the love that she has for him.
Yes, agreed. So yeah, let's if any of our listeners have a comment about that, definitely let us know what you think. All right, and we're moving on.
So typically I would have some kind of crazy conspiracy. But I wanted to play a funny game with you guys.
Okay.
So I'm going to say a word, and you both are going to say the first thing that pops in your head.
Oh boy.
That's what we doing. That's what we doing.
Oh,
That's how we feel today.
yo, the stuff that pops in my head though,
It
bro.
may not be kosher. This may not be safe for
be,
work as well.
I may
oh
have
my
to
goodness. Let me
flip the
see.
switch on this episode to
Oh my
explicit.
gosh. It about
right.
to be. I'm sorry, mama.
All right. All right, let me get my mind free and right.
All right, we gonna open.
I make no
look,
promises. If you knew my boyfriend, I got jokes it all day in my head.
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. Ham.
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Oh!
Yeah. I don't even know why. I don't like ham.
If it's honey ham, I got you.
Honey turkey.
Yeah.
All day.
All day, every day. Shoes.
What?
Socks.
Oh, well, she said shoes, so it already popped in my head because she said it.
Channing.
Tatum.
You said Channing?
Channing.
I'm deaf. I'm missing it.
You got focus. Focus,
I know. I'm
man. This is like
I'm
this is like
focusing.
a family
You
feud,
saying that
know?
so quickly
Because I'm in it.
I know.
I'm in it.
I told you my brain not on here. Go ahead.
Mayo.
Name?
Cheese. So weird. I said cheese.
Pumpkin.
Spice.
Ice.
Coffee.
You don't even drink iced coffee.
I don't like coffee at all.
Southside.
East
Central.
Green.
Side. Grass. Whoa!
Don't even
That
know.
was a color.
I said potatoes.
Haunted.
House.
Mansion.
Those are very close to each other.
You
So
already know that's my movie.
I think that works.
Slasher.
Flick.
Freddy.
Who's Frank?
I said flick.
Oh.
Flick. Slasher flick.
Spooky.
Season.
I was late, but I was thinking ghost.
Boats and hose.
Bro. What?
Bitches and hoes. Bitches and hoes.
My mind just went, bro.
It went
what?
break.
She's about to spit bars. Drake.
Soft. I'm so sorry, all right? I've been saying he's soft for years.
Yo,
Don't even get me started.
Kimberly was just saying that because this man came out the woodwork talking about I buy it and just saw
Let
it.
me
And we're
explain
just sitting here
something.
going,
Drake, you amazing person. I've been watching you since Degrassi. But come on,
don't
man.
mean there's no loss of love.
There's
bro.
no loss of love. But I
Yeah,
don't know what's
apparently
going
like
on.
a line in his like we gotta talk about it later. But there's a line
he's like,
in
you're
his.
acting like one of the dudes.
Dudes, so
I think I'm bi.
How you just gonna put things out there like that?
What?
How you gonna put things out there?
I was
that?
like,
you soft,
bruh.
Right.
you soft.
Bruh. Where are you coming from with this right now?
I can't. There's no
just
loss of
out-
love for you, Audrey Graham. But come on.
But you know what it is? The only reason I say weak is because Kimberly's constantly saying he's soft.
talking about Drake, how he's soft.
She's been saying this since day one. She's like,
Yes.
when he came out, she's
When he
like,
first came out as
she's
Drake,
like-
I've been saying he's soft.
She says it's the grassy. She's like, this man's soft as shit.
We remember the wheelchair scene. That's all I'm
Right.
saying, Drake.
I mean,
had me
look,
going.
it's
She
alright.
was saying it.
It's alright.
That was-
Every time I hear, I said,
So,
"Damn, he's soft."
It's not.
There's no. It's not no
purposely.
love. It's no form of
Yeah.
love for Drake.
This is not for any Drake haters.
okay.
I'm just saying.
Please don't come at me.
No, this
I
is.
remember
I'm
them
just-
eyebrows.
Yo,
I
look,
will literally listen to his music, but I'm telling you,
I
it's
love
just because
his
she runs
music.
around.
It's just,
Yep.
this is the way I feel. I listen to
Right.
his music. I'm down with it. I'm good.
She's
on
like,
the
he's
Drake.
not like one of those rappers that are like thug, like they live
Right.
that
He's
life,
Right.
You know,
He's soft.
she's just like,
Yeah.
I see Drake in the
Alright.
corner. He's soft.
Right. I'm gonna call you Audrey.
I will, Mr. Graham. Mr. Graham.
I'm done.
I'm wearing
Oh,
the
God.
purple shirt
Yeah.
when I see you
Right.
with the light wash jeans.
Right,
Right.
there
right.
you go.
Right. She pulling it back. She pulling it back. She pulling it back.
I can't
all right?
with you.
So no, you. I'm just saying, it's no Drake hate. It's no Drake hate.
None whatsoever. It really
Please
is.
don't come at me.
If you can't take a joke, you suck.
Yeah, it's just
All the time. It's all the time though. It's all the
Okay.
time. Without fail.
Sorry.
You say Drake is soft. Next
All right.
word. I'm in.
Okay. Water.
Down.
false.
I don't know.
What the hell is a down? Water down? Water down
the
what?
drain. So it's so
What
bad
is that?
because you said water.
Baby.
Wait. Before
That.
you can, hold on. I gotta say this because you said water, okay? And the thing that popped into my head was Plucky Duck from Tiny Toons Adventures.
I am
that said
so
water
done.
go down the hole.
Wow. You know the memory banks you had to go back for that?
The mind
You
was
know
clear.
the file that had to be opened in your brain to remember that? That is so
Shows my age.
damn. Okay.
It's okay though.
Sorry, I said baby fat.
Baby bonnet, I guess. I don't know.
I always loved baby fat. The clothing line.
It's coming back around.
It is.
Candles?
It's coming.
Wig.
I blanked. Complete. It was dead.
Let's see. Bagel.
Cream
Chips.
cheese.
What?
I said cream cheese.
I
I
thought you
cheese.
said shrimp cheese.
I said chips.
She said chips.
Train.
Stop.
Zap. Blah, blah, blah.
You said step. I said stop.
Murder.
House. Great American Horror Story. Murder House.
Man, if you knew what popped in my head, but I can't say it others. Sorry.
All right. That was fun. That was fun.
Yes. It was fun. Yes.
I do have a weird, gross fact that's going to trip a lot of people out.
Alright.
So, here's my scary, spooky, creepy fact of the podcast. For all you cat lovers out there, this is gonna suck because I'm gonna scare you.
She literally just rolled by,
walked
though.
out the room too.
Just rolled by.
Yo, we gotta clap.
She's embarrassed now because she knows.
She,
Oh,
she
my
already
God.
she felt
She
it.
was like,
She probably
she's
gonna go
about to
eat
say
because
something.
she always eating.
Oh man.
Come here, fatty.
No. Okay. Go ahead.
So, there is a parasite that
I don't even know where it is, and I'm already upset.
there's a parasite, okay, that comes from cats when they poo. Okay. Now, typically, this parasite, if a mouse or a rat contracts this parasite, for whatever reason, they become unafraid of the cat and actually crave the urine of cats.
Ew.
Now,
Oh, hell no.
yep. You want to know the freaky shit about it?
Sounds like some Tom and Jerry shit.
I know.
I'm not
Jerry
gonna,
got the parasite, so he was never afraid of Tom.
For real.
I'm gonna make people not want to go to France.
There's a lot of reasons you shouldn't go to
number-
France right now.
I'm gonna say a large percentage of France has this parasite.
Oh, hell no.
I would try to. I'm gonna try. So it's called toxoplasmosis.
That
And if
sounds
you
very
come for
scientific.
me, just know I tried. It is. So, all you guys, when you go clean the cat's litter boxes, use gloves.
Oh. Oh,
I be
dear.
washing my hands. Like,
They recommend that pregnant women don't clean litter boxes.
I knew that.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's that's one of the reasons why.
Yeah, I knew that. But that's crazy because if you're telling me that a mouse or a rat is not scared of a cat because it ate its poo, and now all of a sudden now it craves that cat stuff, so now I want to be one of the cats, I got a problem because the job of the cat is to get rid of the animal, and now you're telling me that this is a Tom and Jerry situation. 'Cause
Right.
I could never understand why Tom couldn't just get rid of Jerry. Don't get me wrong, I love Tom and Jerry. It's one of my favorite
Right.
cartoons, but I could not understand why this mouse was still around, and how dumb is Tom that this cat can't do his job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Could you imagine your cat just jumped on your bed and it's got a new pet? It's got a best friend mouse.
I ain't even gonna
explain
front. She
something.
scared the crap out of me one night pulling that crap. She put one of her toys, one of her mouse toys on the bed. Yeah, what I tell you, my spirit was gone. My body was there, but my spirit left. I was
now, just
Shook
if
it.
people do not know, our cat, she only plays with mouse toys that have little shakers in them, so she likes the sound.
Yeah.
So there are nights she jumps up on the bed and she's just like, I'm ready to play at 3:00 in the morning. You thinking it's a real rat because they're smaller than actual rats.
I did come
But they're
out the
big
bathroom
enough.
too, because all I saw was the gray part.
Yeah,
I was like,
Yo, freaks me. I told her, get rid of all the gray ones. 'Cause
Yeah.
if
I did.
Keep all the colorful ones.
Yep.
I'm cool with that.
Yep.
Now I see gray ones, and I get a cornea from time to time because it
Right.
scares me.
especially when you're like half asleep and you
Right.
just see it out the corner of your eye.
She likes to
Right.
put them in a little circle like they're doing a seance. I'm totally
It's the
convinced that she is with the occult.
Huh?
She is.
I'm done. It's true though. It'd be creepy that I see it in a
All
circle,
of a
so I'm
sudden, she just
how
be
did
playing with
you-
all of them,
It's
and in
like,
the middle of the
I
night
don't
they
mind
all
you
have a
bringing them over and piling up your toys if you want, but why you gotta put them in a circle?
In a
What's wrong with
circle.
you? Yeah, that cat right
in
there.
different areas.
in different area codes.
Area. Anyway, yes.
That's
So now this plays with me. Like when a cat and a dog are best friends, is it because the dog has the parasite?
oh.
Or when you tell the dog, stay out the litter box.
Oh, that's that old school saying.
Yes.
Get out the cat box.
Get out the cat box.
Stay out the cat box. Yeah. Oh snap.
Oh, you see, I done got you all
You know,
thinking.
Yeah.
so
Yep.
that's wild because it's supposed to be like cats and dogs don't get along.
Correct.
but-
When they become besties.
Yeah. Interesting.
He was in the cat box.
That's interesting.
If a star is dead and it comes back to life, and you can look this up because it's a true fact, was the star ever really dead?
Wait, this happens?
Yeah.
Stars can come back? I thought once they burned out, that was it.
No.
Oh, they just reignite or something?
Right,
They just
right.
flame on?
Right.
Just
Right.
flame on.
They have
flame on?
superpowers, and here we are on Earth.
Oh,
Just chilling with the sun.
Right. Yep.
The biggest star
Hot.
we
so
all
got.
the time.
wait. When a star flames off, right? Is that it just extinguishes and it's just chilling out there, and then all of a sudden just boop.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it took a dormant sleep or something. I don't know. Maybe it's like one of those part of the life cycles that it just needs to flame off for some time.
Could you imagine because the star.
I mean, how does
goes
that
out,
even work?
I don't know. Like maybe there's like galactic police or something that
Galactic
come around.
police.
I'm so done.
Yeah.
Like
I
we
feel like
Buzz Lightyear in it.
I feel like it's like, you know, like a volcano when it's dormant.
Yeah.
You know, like it erupts and then it goes dormant for some
Right.
time and then
Right,
it erupts again.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like that. You know, like it just happens. You know, but it doesn't fully go out.
Right.
Like there's still that
There's still that
internal
little
Right.
bit,
little,
that
little
bit.
flame happening on
Right.
the
You know?
inside, and it still ignites. You know,
And all I could think about is a Pixar movie with a little flame.
you know who I think about? I think from the Guardians of
Guardians of the Galaxy.
no, not the Galaxy. Oh gosh, it's the Christmas movie.
Guardians, the Guardian. I know which one.
Guardians,
The Guardians.
with Santa Claus
Yes,
and
Jack Frost.
Jack Frost and stuff. And you saw the Sandman. He's so cute.
He's so cute.
I always
love
think
him.
he looks like a
Have you
little
never
flame
seen
to me
Guardians?
sometimes. Have you ever seen it? Girl, you gotta watch it.
It's not coming to me at all.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
like,
what's
he's
it
a
sorry.
called? What's it called?
It's the Guardians something because when the Guardians of the Galaxy came out, they played it at the same time, and people was like, "This ain't right." This ain't
I would
right.
feel like the flame would look like the Sandman because he's so cute. He's so cute.
Oh,
Rise of the Guardians.
But as a fight,
That's
the
what it
rise
is,
of the
Rise
Guardians.
of the
But he'll be
Guardians.
like flames, not just sand.
He's the cutest.
That's
little
interesting,
Sandman
but I
ever.
do. I feel like it's more like a volcano situation. It goes on and off.
That one.
Sandy.
I've never seen that.
You should.
It's such a good
So
movie.
It's very underrated.
Yeah, it is. Jack Frost.
Yes. So
I think it was that time when it was just
It
Jack
was a
Frost.
time when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, so it was a lot of people were seeing that and Guardians at the same time. So it was just like that.
a mix of stuff.
That's me. Don't open it yet.
All right.
So are we going for recommendations?
Yes. So, all right. So, again, if you have any, especially that game, because my mind
It was the potato
was
for me.
the potato, green potatoes.
Potato.
I'm sitting here like Dr. Seuss. If you guys have any questions about what we brought up, definitely leave comments about it. So we are heading into our recommendations. And so my recommendation is the app Fever. I absolutely love Fever. It's an app that has different experiences and events that are going on, and they're for a really good price. I highly recommend it. I've done quite a few from Fever myself. And even recently, I did the Continental Experience, which was for the TV show on Peacock. Again, not sponsored, but it was such an amazing experience. We were able to get food, drinks, a 90-minute mystery, and then there were some surprises that we weren't expecting that we got out of the event, and the whole thing cost only $25 for almost like 2 hours, and it had two prices. It was either $15 and you would have still gotten the same experience, but you would have gotten a coin to pay just for a drink or food, or the $25 experience that got you a food and a drink.
Oh, nice.
So either way, regardless, and you could have bought more stuff there even if you went. So all in all, for $25, the whole and that much of an experience, I've paid more for less.
Yeah.
So, and I've gone through other things. So Fever, they have candlelight concerts. They have anything that pops up that's seasonal. They have pop-up events. So I highly recommend. Again, this is not sponsored. So Fever, if you want to sponsor me, please do. But I absolutely love the app and plan to do quite a few more experiences through it. So check it out. Again, the app is called Fever, and I hope you guys let me know about what experiences you have tried, and definitely you can check it out on my page if you ever see it. But I love experiences. So
We're gonna get you like a promo code to send out there to the world.
if Fever wants to sponsor us,
Do it.
So my recommendation is another very tried and true, dear to my heart recommendation. Is this amazing artist outside of New York, here in Queens. Her name is Diana Teeter, DianaTeeter. She has been painting since March of 2015. and does these amazing animal paintings. Like, I love her actual painting of a hedgehog as Sonic the Hedgehog. So it's her animals in cosplay. She does a lot of animal work. She's a published author and an illustrator, and just such an amazing person. I've known Diana for many years, and her artwork speaks for itself. I would recommend her for commissions and for buying pieces. I have 2 of my own, and I plan on getting so much more. You can find her online on Facebook and Instagram. She also has her art at dianateeterart.com. You can check her on her, and she's also on Etsy, and she's about to open up her own shop really soon. So I'm really excited for her. She does a lot of pop-ups around New York, and she does do a lot of cons as well. So if you ever see her, definitely get out there. Her bestseller is actually a pigeon with a cup of coffee and some Tims. It is the best picture, and I'm going to put it up for everybody to see, because this is an amazing picture, and she does amazing work, and I'm so proud of her, and I'm glad to call her my friend, and definitely check it out.
Okay. Y'all can open the link. Okay. So, my recommendation is, and this is not a paid sponsorship, but I came across a fabulous website for ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
It's called Kin Apparels. It is a black woman owned business, and she designed clothing or hoodies with satin insides, so that instead of walking outside with your bonnets or your hair wraps, you can just pull your hood up and your hair doesn't get messed up. I thought they were so awesome, and I know you guys do your hair all the time, and sometimes you just want to, and sometimes I do too, because
your curls be on it,
and too quickly I can walk out and look like I have an afro. But I thought it was dope. They come in so many different colors, they come in so many different styles, and they are unisex, so men and women. Check them out. They are definitely, I think, in my opinion, they are definitely worth it.
Ooh, that looks interesting.
Their website is kinapparel.org.
Nice. That is fire. Actually looking at it right now, and it looks really good.
It does.
Yeah.
It looks cute. So those are our recommendations for the day. Let us know if you tried any of them, and again, if you have any recommendations for us to try, we greatly appreciate it, and we would love to try them out. But thank you guys so much for listening and tuning in. Of course, spread the word about the podcast. We would appreciate it. We love to hear from you guys and want to hear more from you. And you can hear us on all platforms. Currently,
wherever you get your podcast.
And definitely can't wait to for the next one. Basically. So this has been My Kind of Convo. See you later, guys.